Hitchens, and I'm joined today by Shelly Shelton and Erin Clifton, and we're the physical therapy team at Therapedia. Today we're going to show some exercises that you might be able to use to work into your child's school day at home. The benefit of exercise, there's multiple benefits. One is it's going to help your child get their wiggles out. It's good for their overall health and for their strengthening. And we're especially going to look at some heavy work activities. Those are activities that involve pushing and pulling of objects with your body, and by doing that, it improves your core strength, it improves your overall awareness of where you are in space and your coordination, and it's very calming and helps your child focus. So it gets them ready for the next segment of class. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Erin and Shelly, and they're going to have some exercises for you today.
Okay, so today we're going to demonstrate some activities that you can do using a laundry basket, which most people have at home. So we're going to start off with what Deborah mentioned, heavy work, and taking your laundry basket, and if you have multiple children and they're about the size that could push each other in the laundry basket, then you can have one sibling sit in the basket while the other one pushes and pulls, and then take turns and do the other sibling. I'm not going to make Erin sit in our laundry basket today, like we have to. So, or if you have a toddler or somebody that's a little bit smaller that wouldn't be able to push another person, then piling in like some books and blankets. We've got some heavy blankets and some stuffed animals in there right now. But getting to where you can push and pull down the hallway. So Erin's going to demonstrate how you push the laundry basket down the hallway. Weight it down, and then when she gets to the end, she's going to pull it backwards. And the backward pulling is not only good for like some good heavy work, but also for those kids that tend to walk on their toes and not like to shift their weight backwards. That's a good activity to try to make them shift backwards and get a little bit better foot contact with the floor. So the next activity that we're going to do is actually lifting the laundry basket. So we're going to keep some of our items in there. And you could set the laundry basket in front of a couch or a chair. Any kind of surface that makes them have to kind of lift down and then put it back up on the surface. And as you notice, when Erin picks it up and puts it down, she's making sure that her knees are bending, that we're not just bending up the waist to pick it up and place it. So that we're getting a good lower body workout and we're not putting strain on our back. So, which adults should be doing as well, not just children. So yeah, you could do this for smaller children, maybe 5 times. Elementary school age, you might be able to work up to repetitions of 10. And then after we've got it from the surface, we might want to take the things out of the laundry basket. And then you can have them pick it up and put it above their heads. Whoops, sorry, there's a rope in there. Lower it down to where our arms are bent, and then all the way pushing it back up towards the ceiling to where our arms are straight. Again, 5 repetitions for a smaller child, 10 repetitions for a child that's more school aged. And that's getting some upper body in there. Okay, from here, we would take the laundry basket and put it on the floor. And we've gathered 5 little plush friends. You can kind of pick out what 5 little animals you might want. And what we're going to have Erin do is step into the basket, pick up a plushie by squatting down, and then step out of the basket when she's got her plushie. And what you can add to this, since we have some different animals, like she picked up the bear, we might actually have her bear walk around the basket. Good job, Erin. Thank you. And then for each animal, she's going to do the same thing. So we're going to do until we've got 5 animals, so 5 repetitions of stepping in, stepping out, and then doing the horse. The horse. So we would gallop. And if you don't have these animals, you can always still have them do animal walks or something around. Like we have a bunny, and you can hop around. If you do hop around, you want to hop around on one foot, but then we want to hop back around the other direction on the other foot so that we make sure and get a workout with both legs. Because we always want to do everything on using each side. So from here, after we do this, then we would also, one of the things that children don't do as much of is trying to step sideways. And so if we can step sideways, in and out, and then making sure you go all the way out the other side with our toes pointed forward. Because a lot of our kiddos have a tendency to try to turn towards where they're going. But we actually want to work those outer hip muscles. So we're trying to step in, complete with both feet, step all the way out with both feet. Same thing, you can do the same kind of repetitions coming in. So a count of 1 would actually be all the way there and all the way back. So from here, what we can do with the laundry basket is actually going to move to the floor surface. We're going to take our little animals with us that we picked up, because we're going to use them to do some core work, some sit-ups. And what I'm going to have Erin do is sit down and put her feet flat on the floor with her knees bent. And she's going to reach behind her head to get one of those plushies that we put up by her head and try to sit up, holding it with both hands and put it in the basket. Now the reason we want to hold with both hands is because we have a lot of kiddos that try to use their elbow to come up, and we want them not to do that. We want them to use their tummy muscles. So if we've got something that we're holding in the middle with our hands, it encourages them to not be able to use those elbows to push up. So she's going to do 5 animals there. And then we can turn our child around. We're going to have Erin turn around. And we're going to have her use her feet to pick up the animals and put them in the basket behind her. So this activity is also core work for those lower abdominals, but it also helps to stretch the back of her legs as she's coming up and over, kind of the whole back side, really. It's a good activity to encourage kind of stretching and strengthening at the same time. So from here, we always want to finish a workout with doing some stretching at the very end, so you can still use your laundry basket to do a stretch. So I'm going to have Erin put her feet on one side of the basket and her hands on the other side, and we're going to do what's called a downward dog stretch. So our palms are flat on the ground, and she's trying to lift her bottom up towards the ceiling while she pushes down through her heels to get a nice, good stretch on the back side of her body. If your child's not big enough to get on either side of the basket, you can also have them step back, put their hands in the basket, and do the same kind of thing, just in a different position if they're not able to get all the way around. But that's our workout for the day, and try it at home. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Bye.